Hello and welcome to the January 26, 2012 edition of Newswatch. I'm Bobby Stover.
And I'm Hannah Dahl. Coming up, we'll find out if Washington may be the 7th state to make gay marriage legal.
Also, find out if Ellensburg may be the next town to feel the earth trembling beneath them.
All this and more coming up on Newswatch. Making headway for gay rights, Washington State is close to becoming the 7th state to legalize gay marriage.
Although many people are supportive, not everyone is on board with the decision. We go to Newswatch reporter Travis Cleckley with the story.
Great news for the gay community as Washington inches closer towards legalizing gay marriage. As it stands, Washington has an anything but marriage policy, which includes all the same rights and protections as marriage, just not the title. Supporters feel full legalization is the right choice.
I think it's a wonderful thing, and I think it's a step in the right direction. I personally come from a same-sex couple. I have 2 moms, and they do have a domestic partnership, but I really want to see them get married.
Marriage is a civil and social right that should be guaranteed to people regardless of gender or sexual orientation.
Although it got enough votes in legislature, the bill is still in its infant stages and can still be stopped by the opposition. If opponents gather over 120,000 signatures by July 6th, the bill will be put onto the ballot for the general public to vote on. Supporters of gay rights feel this opposition is unwarranted.
Yeah, love is love, and just let it be.
For Newswatch, I'm Travis Cleckley.
Geologists have started researching recently discovered fault lines around Ellensburg in Kittitas County.
The fault lines here and in the Puget Sound are interconnected. Kevin Rounce investigates whether Ellensburg residents should be worried about a major earthquake.
In 2001, a 6.8 earthquake shook the Puget Sound region, causing damage to businesses, homes, and brought to mind an ever-present prophecy of a big one hitting the area. Now, discoveries of new fault lines in the Yakima and Kittitas valleys have brought forth the question of whether or not Ellensburg is safe from earthquake damage. Professor of Geology at Central Washington University, Nick Zentner, describes how geologists are able to discover fault lines and the earthquake history in the Ellensburg region.
Where a volcanic ash layer from Mount Mazama, so that's about 7,000 years ago, has clearly been broken by the fault, number one, so that means we've had at least one earthquake in the last 7,000 years.
One of the fault lines runs right along the Monastash Ridge, including right here by Monastash and Cove Road, the entrance to the Monastash Ridge Trail. This all leads to the question, is Ellensburg ready for a major earthquake? Deputy Fire Chief Rich Elliott outlines the disaster plan for both the city and the county.
There's a hazard mitigation plan that's sponsored through FEMA that is in the process of being redone right now for Kittitas County, which sort of identifies the risks in our community and what we need to do as a community to prepare for those risks and potentially prevent damage.
Zentner added that while there is no reason to panic, just be aware, he did add this.
Let me put it this way. I own a home. I'm probably going to get earthquake insurance in the next couple of years.
Reporting for Newswatch, I'm Kevin Rounce.
Elliott recommends that residents have food and supplies for up to 2 weeks in case of a natural disaster. Ellensburg residents and students enjoy the outdoors when the weather is right, but don't want to have to spend all the money on gas to reach these places. The Hanson Pitts property in Ellensburg is one solution that people can enjoy all year long. Joining us in the studio is Newswatch reporter Justin Rydens to inform us about this attractive area of land. So, Justin, why is this property so intriguing?
Well, Hannah, this Hanson Pits property is 64 acres inside, and it's covered in about 75% of water, which has the Yakima River running directly behind it. Now, the property is located down Canyon Road going this way, and it runs a couple miles south past the I-90 overpass going this way over here. And it goes from the mouth of the canyon that flows into the Yakima River and goes all the way up into the John Wayne Trail going down this way. And because this trail is conveniently intersecting the Hanson Pits property, the county and the city see this area as a great area of land for a great recreational facility in its own merit.
Now, are there any plans so far towards actually reshaping the structure of the land?
Not exactly. Due to restrictions, no sort of landscaping has been planned out. I spoke with the Parks and Recreation Director for the City of Ellensburg, Brad Case, and he said that this property is interesting because it's owned by Kittitas County, but handled by the city because the county doesn't have a Parks and Recreation department. Now, right now the city is facilitating an RFQ, otherwise known as a request for qualifications process. This means that the city is putting out the property on the map for landscape architects to submit their qualifications to determine which firm is most worthy of taking on a project of this magnitude. Now, the process of designing this facility will begin April 1st after an architect has been hired. So far, the city has allocated $25,000 towards the development of the master plan process to decide how this park will look.
What kind of services and activities does the city plan on providing for the Hanson Pits property, and are there any environmental hazards the public should be aware of?
Well, right now the city envisions the property to be an outdoor recreational facility complete with walking paths along these areas going down this way, and also bathroom facilities, picnic shelters, and areas to fish, things of that nature, similar to what you would see at People's Pond. Now, as far as environmental hazards go, the only thing people should worry about is flooding, essentially. As you can see, this area is covered in about 75% of water, and according to the Kittitas County Public Works Department planner, Christina Woolman, the entire Hanson Pits property is within the floodplain, which means that areas of land that are prone to flooding. Now, this area generally occurs once a year in the spring when the weather starts to get warmer. Overall, I would say this place has potential to become the next great outdoor hangout spot. Back to you at the desk.
Coming up on Newswatch, the incredible story of a CWU student whose internet video has received a lot of viral attention.
Also, local preschoolers got their first attempt to learn college-level physics.
We'll be back in 90 seconds.